I went to Haiti when I was in my very early 20s. I was immediately struck with how strong the women were. I just couldn't even understand, when you don't know how to feed your child, how you can smile, how you can get on with life, and how you can work hard all day with no food in your stomach. And then when things would happen in my life, and I would want to whine or feel sorry for myself, I would think, this is nothing. And if they can be brave and courageous with all the things that are facing them, I can handle this. I think of them often. It's how I choose to respond to things in my own life, is think, you know, what would Jesus do? But you also think, what would a Haitian woman do? The phrase Fanm Vayan, they'll use that to describe a woman in the community or in their neighborhood that is outspoken, courageous, brave, independent. These are really good characteristics as far as women describing women. A man will say, oh, she's a femme vayan, almost like don't mess with her. She'll give you grief.
Moi c'est une femme vayan.
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 I remember early on when we were building the school up at Petition and seeing just some women go down the mountain with their children, and they had these baskets on their heads, and I thought, wow, the women here are very different.
I can tell you that when we're doing medical clinics, we are out along the countryside. Mm-hmm. And so you have the privilege of seeing people on their turf, in their homes. You see these women along the riverbed, stream beds, washing and drying clothes, spreading them out over some bushes and such, doing hard work, carrying the water supply for their family in a 5-gallon bucket on their head. Just astonishing.
In Haiti, there's a term that they use for women. It's potomitan. Potomitan is what they call the center pole in a structure. Usually a voodoo temple has the center potomitan. And it's this pole that holds up the whole temple. And so they call women the potomitan of the family and of the community.
I remember after the earthquake going down to the hospital in Leogane and seeing this woman who was living in this tent out behind the hospital get out, and she would talk to the nurses in Creole, then turn around and talk to the doctors in French, and then turn to me and talk to me in English. And she was Haitian American, but she was the lady that we ended up hiring as the administrator of the hospital in Leogane. She was OBGYN, but was wonderful, and her strength was there.
The story that has stuck with me was one family whose child had disappeared after the earthquake. Nobody could find her, and some other family members as well. As they began to pull away the bricks and all the debris, they finally uncovered the child's mother, who was dead. In the mother's arms, she had folding around her young child. The child was alive. She had protected that child throughout the earthquake and throughout her own death. And that just shook all of us.
Haiti's not going to have a quick fix. I look always to Katrina and say, if this far out of Katrina it hasn't gotten back to normal, which is in the United States of America, and had an infrastructure to begin with, you cannot expect Haiti to just like that get on their feet and be able to do it by themselves. There was no infrastructure truly to speak of before. What you don't see if you are new to Haiti or new to the developing world is underneath all that courage and bravery and outspoken and laughter and dancing and is a woman that has a lot of hardship in her life. Domestic violence is rampant there. 70% of all women have had a violent experience after the earthquake. Rape has gone up considerably and is still very high. And they go on. It happens and they go on. Haitian women are Fanm Vayan. They have this ability to stand their ground and be stubborn. They are stubborn women. Also is a reminder to us that we can be strong too. That it's not just us teaching the Haitian women what they need to do. It's learning from them too. And if we just open ourselves up to that, we can very respectfully say, wow, you've taught me something. Thank you to Amana Trees, because they are the true Fanm Vayan on Haiti. They are in charge of our women's groups. They are in charge of our community health committees. They do our foyers, our hearths. They do rally posts. They do home visits. They do screenings. And people come to their homes at all times for any problem. Amana Trees is a community nutrition worker. That's what they do.
Food too early.
Animatrices are, by definition, volunteer mothers. The other day I was at a foyer, a hearth, and the Amana Trees said to the group, "Is Haiti poor?" And a couple of women said, "No." And she said, "Is Haiti poor?" And they louder and louder until the group was saying no. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's pretty poor. But what she said afterwards was, we're not poor because God has blessed us with fruit hanging from the tree and things that are growing that we can pick free. And she went on over the next hour and a half explaining to them, if you had 20 goods, you wake up in the morning and you have 20 goods, which is 50 cents. How are you going to feed your family? And she was able to show them half of the meal can be free. And she finished that talk by saying, the foreigners will come here and they will help us, and that help is good. But the only way to cure malnutrition in Haiti is right here, just like this, teaching each other how to make balanced meals with our local food, and then teaching others.
We were doing medical clinics, and at that point acute childhood malnutrition was rampant. And we would have women again and again and again bring their children in to see us who were desperately ill with malnutrition. They would carry this child in their arms. The child would be floppy, moribund, getting ready to die. And the look on these ladies' faces, this desperation of wanting to save their child, was just an overwhelming experience. And I think it was that kind of demonstration of their heroic efforts to save their children that just moved everybody who was at the clinic. It was just absolutely heartbreaking.
I was at a women's group, and I got the laundry list of things that they need, and I said, okay, one of the things you're asking for is for us to pay for a teacher to come in and teach the women that are literate how to read and write. And I said, is there anyone in this group that knows how to read and write? I said, yeah, I know how to read and write. And I said, then you can be the teacher. Our programs are grassroots in the full meaning of the word. It is women teaching women, teaching women, teaching women under mango trees and in huts and in churches on weekdays and schools on the weekend, and just finding a place to be and gathering and teaching each other and helping each other and supporting each other. And it's why I am with this organization, is because I believe that's the way you raise up a country.
I think CNP is becoming wiser. We're learning to listen in a new way, in a better way, to the people we're reaching out to. We are no longer so easily persuaded to take our Western ways and clamp it on top of the Haitian culture. That is a big step forward.
It was magical. So we got a petition from the 3 women's groups and the 3 community health committees from Beauséjour, a nice written out paper with signatures and stamps, and saying we want to have a fete, a party, to celebrate women and to say thank you to CNP. Invited to come and witness this. Well, I wasn't really sure what to expect. Yeah, it was one of those special moments where you get goosebumps and you say, this is why I'm doing this.